we're diving straight into a completely fascinating and honestly highly counterintuitive experiment currently happening in the UK. The government is trying to tackle a massive youth unemployment crisis using the exact same technology that a lot of people fear is going to wipe out entry-level jobs altogether. Yep, we're talking about artificial intelligence. But instead of viewing it as a job killer, they're looking at it as a potential lifesaver for the next generation. It's a total paradox, right? Let's unpack how this is actually supposed to work. Look, to really get why this initiative is happening right now, we have to talk about the sheer scale of the problem we're facing. 1.01 million. That is the number of 16 to 24-year-olds in the UK who are out of work or education just between January and March of this year. To put that into perspective for you, that is roughly the entire population of a city like Birmingham, just completely disconnected from the workforce. It's a pretty grim milestone, honestly, crossing that 1 million mark for the very first time since back in 2013. Now, when economists and policymakers talk about this particular crisis, you'll hear them throw around the acronym NEETs. That stands for Young People Not in Education, Employment, or Training. We're not talking about teenagers taking a fun gap year to backpack across Europe here. This metric tracks a deeply concerning segment of the population that's literally falling through the cracks. They're totally disconnected from those early, crucial stepping stones of a career. Grounding ourselves in what that really means makes it so clear just how vital it is to get this demographic back on track. And the scariest part? If nothing changes, this trend is heading straight off a cliff. According to an interim report from former Labor Minister Alan Milburn, the projections are sounding some massive alarms right now. If we stay on this current path by the year 2031, 1 in 6 young people could fall into this NEETs category. Milburn explicitly warned that Britain risks leaving behind an entire lost generation that's just ill-prepared for the modern working world. So yeah, the urgency here absolutely cannot be overstated. Section 2. The paradoxical solution, AI boot camps. So how exactly do you solve a modern crisis of a potential lost generation? Well, the UK government has rolled out a pilot program in northwest England. They're taking up to 70 unemployed 16 to 21-year-olds and plunging them headfirst into the very tech that's currently disrupting global labor markets. But here's the kicker. The end goal isn't just to hand them a shiny little certificate. The objective is to parlay this bootcamp directly into actual apprenticeships. And they've lined up some major local players to take part, including defense firm BAE Systems and global food giant Heinz. You're probably wondering, what exactly do you teach in a 3-week AI bootcamp for teenagers? It's actually a super fascinating mix of the futuristic and the totally foundational. Step 1 is all about building AI tools and looking at business applications. Step 2 tackles responsible AI use. But Step 3 brings the whole thing right back down to earth. Basic workplace skills. They're learning how to use standard IT systems and, literally, fundamental timekeeping. Because let's be real, knowing how to write the perfect prompt for an AI isn't going to save your job if you don't even know how to show up to the office on time. And the government isn't messing around with some generic, off-brand software for this experiment either. They've partnered with absolute corporate heavy hitters. We're talking Microsoft, OpenAI, the folks who built ChatGPT, and Anthropic, the startup behind the Claude chatbot. Having these tech giants supply the tools gives this pilot some massive legitimacy. These young participants are getting hands-on experience with the absolute frontier of generative AI. Section 3, AI, threat or opportunity? Now this brings us to the core tension of this entire initiative. Relying on AI to save entry-level jobs is just deeply ironic. Because right now, AI is widely viewed as the ultimate grunt work killer. Think about it. The tasks we traditionally set aside for high school grads or workforce newcomers, summarizing documents, drafting basic emails, running simple data analysis, those are exactly the things AI excels at today. Entire white-collar industries like law, finance, and marketing are incredibly vulnerable. If AI does the grunt work, the big fear is that those essential entry-level stepping stones just disappear entirely. And right now, we're seeing a massive clash between what the data says and what the government hopes. Check this out. A recent finding from Stanford University in the US actually flagged a decline in the employment of young workers in AI-exposed occupations, things like software engineering and customer service. Yet UK AI Minister Kanishka Narayan argues the exact opposite. He believes this boot camp will give young people the precise skills they need to thrive in an AI-driven workplace. It's a striking contrast, right? You've got documented job declines on one hand and this highly ambitious upskilling experiment on the other. But the government is absolutely leaning into that optimism.
Lisa Nandy, the Digital Culture, Media, and Sports Secretary, views the scheme as a way to support young people at a truly crucial juncture in their lives. They're really treating this Northwest pilot as a vital lifeline. In fact, they are so confident it's going to work, they're already planning to use the findings from these 70 participants to refine a massive, England-wide AI skills rollout that's slated for next summer.
Section 4. Will 3 weeks work? Okay, so let's pause and ask the big question. Can a 3-week timeline actually solve a systemic labor problem? Well, the academic perspective offers some pretty fascinating nuance here. Book Klein-Teeselink, who is an expert on the impact of AI on work at King's College London, acknowledges the core logic behind the pilot makes sense. He says, what we need to do is make juniors more attractive to companies, and one way to do that is make them more productive by teaching them how to do AI well. And he's right. In principle, taking a junior employee who lacks experience and supercharging their output with AI tools, that's a fantastic way to make them an attractive hire. But Teeselink also swings the pendulum right back with a much-needed reality check. He expressed some deep skepticism that a short program is enough to make these teenagers truly AI-ready. Why? Because true AI readiness isn't a box you check off once and you're done. It requires continuous learning and a constant updating of skills. You learn a tool one week, and literally the next week, the developer releases an update that completely changes its core capabilities. And honestly, that is the ultimate bottleneck here. You have a finite 3-week crash course on one side, going up against the rapid, almost daily evolution of AI technology on the other. By the time these teenagers even finish their apprenticeships, the models they trained on, whether from OpenAI or Anthropic, might already be completely outdated. The boot camp might solve that immediate hurdle of getting an interview, sure, but maintaining that relevance long-term, that's a totally different mountain to climb. Which leaves us with a pretty vital question to ponder today. Can a brief crash course truly future-proof a career against an AI landscape that basically reinvents itself every few months? Look, getting vulnerable youth engaged with cutting-edge tools is undeniably a step forward, but whether it's enough to prevent a lost generation remains the ultimate high-stakes experiment right at the intersection of tech and public policy. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I hope this helped you structure your understanding of the situation, and as always, keep learning.